Styx, Blades of Greed, a stealthy return to trickery, thievery, and treacherous shadow. Styx, Blades of Greed marks the latest chapter in the long-running saga of one of gaming's most notorious goblin thieves, building on the legacy of its predecessors. This installment seeks to deliver a deeply engaging blend of stealth, strategic takedowns, dark humor, and richly designed environments. At its heart lies the iconic trickster protagonist Styx, a clever, loquacious goblin whose motivations are as self-serving as his wit is sharp. This is not a game focused on heroism. It revels in chaos, cunning, and the thrill of getting away with the perfect heist. The premise is simple but compelling. Styx finds himself embroiled in a pursuit of fabled treasures and forbidden knowledge amidst a world that constantly underestimates him, drawn by rumors of unprecedented riches trapped within the ancient and heavily guarded fortress known as the Ivory Spire. Styx embarks on a journey where every shadowed corner may conceal gold, danger, or betrayal. The narrative is threadbare by design. There is no lofty cause, no noble quest, just a goblin driven by greed, survival, and personal pride. While this may seem minimal from a storytelling standpoint, it fits perfectly with Styx's attitude. Every quiet step, whispered threat, or mischief-laden comment serves to deepen his character as a lovable anti-hero. Gameplay in Blades of Greed hinges on stealth first and foremost, and the systems supporting this are among the game's strongest features. Players must navigate sprawling, multi-layered levels filled with patrolling guards, magical detection systems, environmental hazards, and valuable loot. Styx is small and agile, capable of squeezing through tight spaces, sneaking across beams, and wall climbing to find the optimal vantage points. Line of sight and sound detection are critical. Guards will investigate unusual noises, react to missing comrades, and adapt their patrols over time. This results in encounters that feel alive and dynamic, rather than scripted or predictable. What truly sets Styx, Blades of Greed apart from other stealth titles is its emphasis on tactical misdirection. Instead of relying on brute strength, players are encouraged to manipulate the environment to their advantage. Distractions play a central role. Broken jars can lure guards into traps, thrown pebbles can redirect attention, and cleverly placed shadows become paths of invisibility. The satisfaction of watching a carefully laid plan unfold, guards removed silently, treasures secured, and Styx slinking away without detection, is a core thrill of the experience. Combat itself is optional and often best avoided. When forced into open conflict, Styx's limited toolkit, daggers, short blades, and a handful of improvised weapons rarely competes with heavy armored foes head-on. Instead, combat encounters offer a dance of avoidance and exploitation of weaknesses. This reinforces the stealth identity of the game. Every skirmish should feel like a last resort, not a default strategy. Progression in the game is multifaceted. Experience points are earned through clever stealth kills, avoidance of detection, and successful completion of objectives. These can be spent on skill upgrades that expand Styx's repertoire, from enhanced movement options to more sophisticated gadgets and traps. Players can tailor Styx's growth to their preferred style, whether that means becoming a ghost in shadows, a master of distractions, or a cunning trap setter who bends the environment to his will. Another noteworthy feature is the design of the game's hubs and mission structure. Rather than offering only linear levels, Blades of Greed presents interconnected regions that players revisit with new tools and abilities. This fosters a sense of discovery and mastery. Corridors once brimming with danger become quieter paths when approached with expanded skill sets. Hidden rooms, secret stashes, and optional challenges reward exploration and reward players who think beyond the main objectives. Level design is thoughtful and varied. Architectural themes shift from medieval strongholds to deep cavern networks, arcane sanctums, and sprawling merchant districts. Each area not only looks distinct but also encourages different tactical approaches. Wide courtyards require distraction and timing. Narrow passages demand patience. Vertical structures reward climbing and elevation. The pacing throughout these areas feels deliberate and balanced, rarely letting tension drop for too long or overwhelm without respite. Visually, the game leans into a dark fantasy aesthetic that suits Styx's world perfectly. Rich textures, ambient lighting, and detailed enemy animations all contribute to a convincing, if occasionally gritty, atmosphere. The contrast between deep shadows and flickering torchlight becomes more than an aesthetic. it is a gameplay mechanic that players must learn to master. Sound design complements this well, with environmental audio and guard dialogue cues acting as important sensory signals during stealth runs. Despite its many strengths, Blades of Greed is not without its shortcomings. At times, enemy AI can feel inconsistent. Some guards react realistically to disturbance, while others seem oblivious to glaring clues. A few players have also noted occasional performance hiccups and navigation glitches in tighter corridors or complex level geometry. While these issues do not break the core experience, they occasionally pull players out of the otherwise immersive stealth flow. Narrative depth is another area that could have been expanded. While Styx's personal motivations and sardonic personality help carry the story, supporting characters feel underdeveloped. Hints of deeper conspiracies are present, but the game rarely commits to fully exploring these threads. Whether this was an intentional design choice to keep the focus tight on Styx himself or a missed opportunity is a matter of player preference. Despite these minor criticisms, what remains undeniable is the satisfaction inherent in successful stealth gameplay. Styx, Blades of Greed is at its best when players are quietly dismantling a fortress's defenses piece by piece, embracing the tension of close calls and the euphoria of a flawless escape. Its systems reward patience, clever thinking, and a willingness to engage with stealth as a mindset rather than a set of mechanics. In conclusion, Styx, Blades of Greed revitalizes the stealth genre with a character who is as charming as he is cunning. It invites players into a world of shadowed corridors, guarded treasures, and strategic opportunity. While not flawless, its core design delivers a rich stealth experience for anyone who relishes outsmarting enemies rather than overpowering them. For fans of tactical stealth action filled with personality and depth, this game offers a satisfying journey into the darker spaces of fantasy and thievery.